see families that are going through difficulty, when we see broken families, when we see divorces, when we see children who are suffering, we, standing from where we are, perhaps maybe we've been gifted with our children and our spouses being the coolness of our eyes. It's a gift. But maybe we're looking at others and judging them. That maybe they're not as good as us, and that's why they got divorced. And that's why their kids are off the right track. You know what I'm saying? This very judgmental and honestly arrogant attitude. And by the way, it's extremely dangerous, because guess what happens when you are not grateful for a gift? When you are not grateful for a gift, you can become tested in those gifts, and those gifts can be taken away from you. It's like a person who's been gifted with health and looks at someone who's sick and judges them and says, you know what, it's because they're just not as good as me. They don't work out as much as me, or they don't eat as much raw, organic, green vegetables as me. You know what I mean? And you judge that person, and you shame that person. We would never do that, because we realize that health is a gift, hopefully. Same thing with wealth. If you have money, you've been gifted with that money. Don't think that it's only because of your hard work. Because guess what? There are children working in sweatshops who are working harder than you. And they're not making the money you're making. So at the end of the day, we have to understand that all these things are provisions and they are gifts. And Allah very accurately puts it. He uses the word hiba, which is a gift. رَبَّنَا هَبْ لَنَا مِنْ أَزْوَاجِنَا وَذُرِّيَّاتِنَا قُرَّةَ أَعْيُنٍ. That make our spouses and our children the coolness of our eyes. This is a gift. So be careful. If you have it, be grateful. Don't be arrogant. And do not take credit for it. That's very important. I'll tell you one of the pitfalls we fall into as parents and as spouses. Imagine that you've been gifted with a righteous child. Please don't take credit for it. Please thank Allah. Please be grateful. Because I will tell you, you are not better than Nuh alayhi salam. And he was not gifted with a righteous child. And it's not because he was lacking. Your children, if they are righteous and on the straight path, it is because Allah has protected them. And Allah has guided them. And Allah has gifted you with that. And always remember that even prophets had issues within their family. Lut alayhi salam's wife was not righteous. That's not because he was a bad husband. Ibrahim alayhi salam's father was one of those who was making the idols. Asya alayhi salam, she was married to the worst tyrant who walked the earth, who used to say, Ana rabbukumul a'la. I am your Lord Most High. Why do we learn about these stories? Because on the one hand, yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us the ideal. He tells us how it should be. But then he's also giving us examples that even the most righteous had issues in their family.